everybody. Thanks for watching. What?
And we'll see you in the next one.
Have a good night.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Now go forth, slay dragons, sing spells, roll dice, and enjoy your downtime activities.
We don't do those in these.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I can't say anything.
Hello, people watching.
Alright, let's try that again. Hello everybody, welcome back to Downtime Activities, and welcome back to the Curian Empire.
And thanks for watching.
Dungeons and Dragons. Shut up, Jerry.
He got it
Dungeons
right.
and Dragons 5th edition campaign. Kind of an Epic 6 rule set. Inspired by the ancient Mediterranean, very, very loosely. You guys, in your long quest to slowly liberate everybody from under the heel of the Curian Empire, you guys have retaken most of the, at this point, the homeland of the Halflings, with the help of the Dwarven clans, and are camped out around the last remaining fortification in Loerland, which is the fortress outside the city of Andretta, and you are coming up with a plan to take the fortress, essentially. Your demands have not been met.
They seem to have fallen on deaf ears. So let's make some noise. How? We could do it stealthy, but I don't think we're either blind at night or not good at stealth.
I mean, I have a +3, but I mean, with the way I've been rolling, it might as well be disadvantage and -12.
I mean, I have disadvantage in +2. Not very stealthy. Not very stealthy. Not filthy. But we could try for a more traditional siege. I'm guessing the creation of siege engines is not the specialty of the dwarves.
No.
They're more of infantry, and then some more infantry, and some skirmishers that are also infantry.
There are a few archers.
A few archers
Who are
that,
also
if you get
infantry.
close to them, they're shock troops. Shock troops, skirmishers that are secretly shock troops, and archers that are secretly shock troops.
Exactly.
And generals that are secretly shock troops. So I don't know if siege is the best. I don't think Tertius has enough knowledge to help craft siege engines.
You also probably have the most knowledge of siege engines of anybody who is outside of the wall.
Exactly, and it's probably not enough, even close to enough. Yeah, I'm not a. I have some knowledge of warfare, most of it theoretical, apart from what the knowledge we've gained together. So I think we could try and bullshit our way in, talk our way in instead of sneak our way in. But I don't see that.
Trial by combat. One-on-one fights.
I mean, you could try it. You want me? I mean, I would love to do a single combat at some point in this campaign. Is now the time? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe we use trial by combat as a way to bullshit our way in.
That's kind of dishonorable. It's not in the sport of things.
We're at a siege, and we're with dwarf. Well, I guess honor is kind of a big thing with our dwarves. So.
If I challenge someone to a duel, and as they walk out, we just bum rush the gate. That's a stain on me, that I can't be that guy.
Your enemies would probably be annoyed. Your allies would probably be annoyed. 1/3 of you, at least, would be annoyed.
I would at least be annoyed. Yeah.
It's a lot of annoyed people.
Exactly. If it's trial by combat, we gotta do it fair and square and have Tertius die. And then you siege it.
That's also... If the terms of the agreement are trial by combat...
Well, if I'm dead, I won't be annoyed. That's one of the people...
That's one of the rules, is you can't be annoyed because the trial by combat was
And I don't know if trial by combat really works. Because, what do we offer? If you win this one-on-one combat, we'll give you the island back? The dwarves can't.
We'll just turn around. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Here's all the bodies of the dead people.
Maybe we can bullshit our way in. I just don't know.
Let us
I Let me in! We shouldn't have marched with you when you went and delivered demands, because now they know our faces. So
Well, no,
Unless they
you
really
could change your
care.
armor into the Centurion armor.
I could.
I have like 4 other people's shit I could put on and become someone else. I look like one dude though.
There's a problem with that, though, is that, like, I don't think that there's a whole lot of Kinra troops or servants in that fortress right now.
Could be an option.
Maybe if you wear your Centurion armor and take me as, or I take you as like a prisoner and be like, I will exchange, or let's have a discussion for this soldier's life.
I mean, do they have any prisoners in that fortress? We could put it out there as like an exchange of prisoners as like a sign of good faith, but sneak me in as amongst the prisoners.
Yeah, I think. Well, we don't know if they have prisoners though, but it's worth
I
a
kind
shot.
of doubt they do.
Yeah.
I feel like they were kind of like, let's bunker up here. Anyone who was trying to stop them, they probably killed, not captured.
Since the dwarves are attacking everything around it, we talked to them about like something that may be considered a weak point that we might be able to target.
I mean, to start with, let's do a little night ride. And you might not get to come.
That's fine. I'll sleep.
And let's kind of, under cover of nightfall, try and case the outside of this and just see what we can see, get a better lay of the land.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. See what we see.
Let's do that.
Give me a perception.
There's a crit fail. I don't see shit.
13.
13.
Will's looking in the opposite direction.
Got smoke in your eyes from the city burning.
He's got tears in his eyes from the city burning.
No, it's like, that's the ash of a Curian soldier. I can tell. It smells awful.
There is the one main gate, which is closed. The
Naturally.
rest of the wall is uniform, vertical or steeply sloped. Steeply sloped as in well past 45 degrees. That tends to be more of the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And is uniformly patrolled and seems pretty uniformly defended.
I mean, we have.
What if we
gather
were-
supplies in there? So starving them out is just giving them a chance of reinforcing.
What if we were to have the dwarves cause a big distraction? We draw them all to a specific point, and we get in on the other side.
We try and sneak in from the other side.
Gonna need that ladder.
I don't know if it's so. Well, the wall's like 30 feet tall, isn't it? I don't know if we
Big
got
ass
that big
ladder.
of a ladder. I think that's more of a me dressed as a centurion grappling hooking my ass up the back wall. I mean, there's a shot. I don't love being the guy to do it, but there's a shot.
That's kind of the only thing I can get.
At least if I'm a centurion, then I can boss some people around and be questioned by fewer people.
This is true. So we're just gonna try and barter you as a prisoner of war.
Well, no, I'm saying if
Oh,
they make the distraction and I sneak in on the other side in the centurion armor, if they don't notice me sneak in, then I'm in the city as a centurion now.
mhm. That is an idea that we can do. Let's bring this to the War Council.
It's something. I don't know.
It's better than just waiting for them to resupply.
What do they have? What does the War Council
What
have?
is the War Council planning? Are they just going to wait it out?
They don't necessarily want to wait it out, but even with most of the Legion dead already, they're going to lose a lot of... They could take it in a straight assault, they think, but they're going to lose a lot of troops doing so. And yeah, rushing up ladders to attack a wall isn't necessarily their specialty.
Mm-hmm.
They prefer to.
So maybe sneaking, at least us sneaking in.
I want us all to sneak in because I don't want to go it alone.
Yeah, this is why I'm saying.
But neither of you can blend. A
At-
dwarf moving
at
around.
At this point, blending is the least of our worries.
We can always try really shittily tunneling under.
We could.
But I feel like that would take longer.
Oh, it would take a very long time. Very long. Unless we got up to the wall. All the way up to the wall. Went directly down.
I think this is another thing where, like, if we do this in the cover of night, then we kind of have a better chance, especially if they're attacking it, if they draw everybody to a specific point. Because then you can blend in, and we can get our way to the gate controls, get that open, and then they can advance.
Do we think we know where the gate controls would even be?
Gatehouse, I assume.
Yeah.
Like up top?
Is it?
Behind?
What kind of a gate is it? Like a swinging set of double doors? Is it? How tall is it?
The gate itself is probably 15 feet high,
Okay.
maybe 20.
It seemed like there's a mechanism to open, more so than just like a
It's hard
bar
to
on the
tell
other
from the
side.
Yeah, could be either way. It's not a like particularly ornate gate, but it is like bound in iron and it seems fairly sturdy.
I say we just get a small group of us. While they're attacking a point, us and our group go to the opposite side and
Kind of
surprise them.
up the wall.
Yeah.
That's more of a direct assault, though. If we're doing it that way. I mean, we have a sneak attack, a way to kind of sneak in the other side. It's kind of a bait and switch direct assault,
Yeah.
but that is.
I
We're not trying to
mean,
sneak in, there's no
regardless,
stealth.
we're gonna be losing dwarves. So it's a matter of, do we lose a lot more in just the straightforward assault, or do we lose maybe a handful on this bait and switch while we can?
But if we fail at the switch,
Yeah.
then even if we
Just
survive it, then it's just
Yeah.
bait and we're thinning our numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love the idea of trying to sneak in and pose as a centurion, because I think if I was in and as a centurion, I could bullshit my way for a little while. Like, I'm an okay, not a great liar. I'm
Soon
good
they're going to
persuader.
try and get you to do stuff, though.
Yeah, but the real thing is, I don't, even with the cover of that, I don't think I could successfully sneak in there very easily. And blending in, neither of you can do in this fortress. Are we talking grappling hooking our way up on the, like,
Probably the
sneak
steep
attack-
slope. Yeah.
the, like, sneak attack side?
Probably.
Yeah.
You haul your asses up a rope?
I have good strength.
Can you use acrobatics to climb a rope?
Sure.
Then I'd probably be okay.
Okay.
The issue that some of the dwarf chiefs have with this plan is that the only attack that's going to look convincing would have to be towards the gate,
We'd have to hit from the other side and then push to the gate.
and you would have to then push through all of the defenders
Mhm.
to take the gatehouse.
Do you, because I am the weakest at trying just this part of the plan, do you think I should attack with the dwarves? I think I stand a better chance of attacking the gate than I do trying to get up a wall.
Well, I guess you do have the more ranged attacks too.
And I can
Yeah.
focus target on the door.
I mean, it could also be a matter of us trying to batter the door open.
And
The straight assault, that's a straight assault at that
That's-
point, too, though.
that's what I got. A lot of my stuff is as close to siege magic as you can get.
A straight assault is fine as long as,
We've got an ace up our sleeve for it.
or
right?
you can as long as you can get into the other side of the fortifications as
Yeah.
sort of directly. As
The other
possible.
thing is majority of my resources I don't expend anyways to do it, because most of those are cantrips, and I do have 2 spell things that can help with the gate.
Okay.
But I can either hold off on
So I guess
those
our
or-
ace up the sleeve would be our group assault. The group assault coming in to sneak in.
I have a thought.
Oh, no.
What is the ground like around the fortress? Specifically around the gatehouse.
Ooh.
It's built on top of a hill, so it's not particularly like marshy.
Okay.
You would expect if they built this fortress right that the foundations are probably laid on bedrock. The ground's pretty hard, but I mean there is like topsoil.
Because if we can get to the gate, and I assume it's like road, it might be paved.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
what I was talking
what.
about before, to the gate.
I don't know what mold earth can move specifically. I don't think it can move like solid stone, but if you can make a 5-foot pit directly underneath that, a couple of us could just like slide underneath and try and take the gatehouse from there.
Gary, can I use your D&D Beyond for Mold Earth?
I don't know if it has to be unworked stone or what.
I think it does clarify unworked stone. And if Curians are good at anything, it's building roads.
Choose a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube. You manipulate it in the following ways. If you target an area of loose earth, you can instantaneously excavate it, move it along the ground, deposit it 5 feet away. This movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage. You cause shape, blah, 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 blah. That's not good. If the dirt or stone you target is on the ground, you cause it to become difficult terrain. Alternatively, you can use the ground to become normal or normal terrain if it's already difficult.
This
You
probably
can do-
isn't loose.
Yeah.
This would be considered loose because it's like paved road.
It basically, you can choose a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within range.
I'd let you like move the earth out from
Understand.
around those stones, but then you would still just have a large stone that somebody would have to move.
Have to break it or something.
Let's just throw your stone lion at him and see what happens.
I was going to ask about that, man. You're talking about using the helmet. I'm like, why would that stone lion? He could have just clawed someone.
That's a secret tool for later.
That's where his ostrich chariot.
Hell yeah. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm getting there in a hurry and with a lot of fury behind me.
Did you win that or did I win that?
I think you won that.
I think I won the ostrich race. Or did you pull that right at the end?
Well, I don't remember.
I remember I made good progress and then I turned back around.
Prize for the ostrich race.
Isn't that what I got my
Oh, you're fine.
cask of fine wine for?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Was that the
Ostrich
anointing
races.
oils?
Small cask of fine wine.
Yeah, no, I won the ostrich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was you.
The oils was from the foot race, and the shield was from the combat. So those are the three.
Because I was making good progress in the ostrich race and I just rolled like ones and turned back
Off you
around.
went.
Off I went the
It's
other
almost like he was sheer dumb luck on the ostrich race. Yeah, because I don't think we can just excavate that up underneath. What other spells do you have? Other trickery.
You talking about for what? Damn it. Okay, I got Mage Hand, Eldritch Blast, Toll
Oh!
Dead.
We're sieging. Just cast catapult.
That's what I'm saying. I got Catapult. I got
Then we
Ice
just
Knife.
have a catapult, right?
I've got
It summons
Catapult,
a
Ice
catapult.
Knife. If we had explosives, then it would work great, but I don't think they have them.
Erickson, roll me a D100. If you get a 100, you know how to make Greek fire for some reason.
Okay. 76.
Ah.
76.
Close.
Close.
But
But no Greek fire.
You know lots of stories about it, but you don't
Honestly, thought about taking alchemist flasks, but I wouldn't know what those were.
No, like, we're not to low. We have the kind of spells you can just nuke a gatehouse really easily.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to help be on the front line with the battering ram and help try and just slam through the door, but I don't think we have advantage.
Also, I apologize for my terrible handwriting.
He's seen worse.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah.
Scores is really bad.
1W2S? What does that even mean?
Warlock. Sorcerer. Gotta keep
Yeah,
track of
keep
them
them
separate.
Yeah, keep them separate.
Keep it secret. Keep it secret. Keep it separate.
Tricky. Yeah, I can't think of anything other than trying to...
The one
Get
thing
the
that I
gatehouse
think
open.
would be incredibly helpful, at least for the door, if it's got some kind of wood or older metal, I guess, is create bonfire, because I can target a part of the door and basically concentrate and make it burn for a little bit, so I can slowly weaken it. And then I got catapult to hit hard.
I
Ice
also
Knife
have
freeze.
Sacred Flame, so I could help you with that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be slow, because if that door is any kind of thick, it is going to take some time. But the only other option is to slowly hit the same spot with either an axe, ram, or another one of these spells that hopefully adds damage.
So with catapult, do you
On an inanimate object, it takes all the damage.
He can basically be like, hey, you thing on the ground, yeet, and fling it, and it'll hit something, and the objects will deal
It
damage.
takes 3d8, and it has to make a dex save, and doors aren't very dexterous, so...
what if
Doors automatically fail dex saves?
dude?
Time to invent a door
But
that
for
makes
storm,
dex saves.
yeah. For a store that does, you better kill that door
Goes to
fast.
punch, opens and closes. How did it do that?
That is such Wizard's Tower.
You like swing a rock, and right as it gets to the door, just the rock goes through. You hear some glass shatter.
Erickson, I'm giving you permission to modify memory so you can put that.
Yes, modify memory. Forget you
A
said that.
door that can make dex
A
saves.
door that can
I
make
am
dex
gonna
saves.
laugh so hard in the future.
That's gonna happen.
Oh, what the
That's
hell?
gonna happen in Skygame.
We'll pull out some wizard bullshit.
And it's if it gets its timing right, you can probably fling the stuff back.
I was gonna say just Ben smacks it back. It's like the rug from
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Well, like you like catapult a rock at it, and right as the rock's like traveling, it just opens and hits it right. It's like a hitting a baseball. It's like
It's got freaking month stats.
Could we find a big enough rock to have him
I
catapult?
don't think he can catapult that big. He doesn't change the damage it's dealing.
Yeah.
It's only I think it's only up to a certain weight. Of
But
item,
it
like 15
would
rounds or
do
something.
that amount of damage to the door.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at destroying the gate,
That could be
that
something.
is a significant amount. Of
Just
damage.
send something.
Also, technically, I can do that 3 times, which is 9d8, which is pretty substantial.
That's quite a bit of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah,
That's a lot
I
of
was,
damage.
I was waiting for that.
I mean, if we go frontal assault, we have I would just try and essentially block for you. In terms of kind of crunch game mechanics, I will just stand in front of you and dodge action or whatever. I'm hunkering down behind the shield in front of you.
I'll stand in front of you, but don't worry. I'll take the dodge.
I'll dodge out of the way. Well,
there's
there's
arrows.
hunker down behind the shield behind you, and then you step around the side, and we just have rocks and a little backwards fanny pack on you.
Even
whatever.
cooler, I have a shit ton of ball bearings I bought specifically for catapult attack like a shotgun. So
And have you do that, and if that doesn't work, we have a group of dwarves on standby with a battering ram to finish the job.
Yeah.
Your magic could that's a lot of damage. We're gonna take a couple rounds of arrow fire to get there, but I think that's
It's worth.
I think
It's
that
well
would
worth the risk.
yeah.
I'm here for it.
The question is, do I fuck up by targeting the wrong part of the door?
Hopefully you know.
Exactly.
All right. I think that's.
How I'm going to rule this will also depend on what ammunition you choose to use.
Are you using the ball bearings?
I wouldn't use ball bearing.
Need something strong, but if it's a dirt clod, the dirt's going to explode. If it's metal, it might stick, but not do much.
I mean, I think you probably want a stone. I think
I
you
say
want
let's
a
just get
bigger,
stone.
brick or piece of stonework.
Right.
Something with enough weight behind it to because the door is wooden with iron banding on it essentially, right? Because especially with metal too, it might just bash a hole clean through. We want it to have enough oomph that it collides well.
The other
But
thing
not
is I
just-
can try weakening some of that by charring it, by throwing some fire to it before and seeing what that
I could
does.
also help with that too.
Oh, that's true.
So
I think that's our best bet.
Yeah.
So let's get some digging through the rubble of the city, try and find the right chunks of stonework.
You can find rubble of any size you desire. You want big rubble, it's over there. You want little rubble,
We got rubble coming out of our ears here.
Hi, I'm Anson Myers
you could've-
Johnson. Here's the rubble storm.
I was going to say.
We got so much rubble, we don't know what to do with it.
Come
You're
on,
doing
man.
us a favor taking this rubble.
I hope our prices aren't too low.
Come on down to Geltram's used rubble. We got rubble of all shapes and sizes to fit all your rubble needs.
The
Is it still the
plumbus.
commercial? Oh my god, it is. Oh my god. Just falling
Just made,
through his life.
just made a sandwich. It's still selling fake doors.
You need big rubble to squat in. We got that over here. You need little rubble to load into a sling. We got you covered. Come on down to Geltram's used rubble.
All right, let's do it.
All right. I'm assuming the chiefs are okay with this plan.
If you guys want to attempt the suicide mission, we're all about it.
Well, no, we want the army to move with us.
We're not going alone.
The army will be ready to assault should you be successful.
Oh fuck.
Oh god.
So we're alone here.
Hey, I'm not scared.
Hey, what are they gonna do? Reclose the door?
What's the range on catapult?
60 feet.
Okay, so 60 feet away
And 60 feet for Sacred Flame.
I mean, I don't know if I can body block for both of you.
No, like I'm pretty sure I can get into a spot where I'm still. Is there like a good spot where I can still see 60 feet away and then like have cover?
No.
No.
This is a fortress.
It's a
It was
fortress.
designed specifically so that people couldn't do that.
Do you...
Let him protect you because your stuff's more important. I have 3 spell slots that I can cast healing for myself should I need them.
Don't worry yourself.
You mean when he drags my ass back on me?
Is
Right?
Sacred Flame concentration? Or, because if it's not, don't you have Shield of Faith?
Oh, I do have Shield of Faith.
That at least helps.
Yes, I do. So I'll have.
Yes!
So I will have 2 spell slots to heal myself should shit go.
If you throw a sacred, shield of faith on me, and I body block for you, you gotta hunker down behind me, and I'm shields up, and I just march and I try and tank this while you catapult. I'll probably be taking a lot of attacks, but I'll have a high AC.
So you guys are going for the Montaigne attack strat.
We're going for the Montaigne attack strat.
Well,
Alright,
yeah.
I'll cast Shield of Faith on Tertius so he gets.
Get the army, get the army ready.
He gets +2 AC.
Okay.
So.
Not that I needed it.
I mean, for this, I need anything I can get.
So.
So what does that bring your total AC up?
23.
Okay. That is important for me making rolls.
Lots and
Lots
lots.
of
Know
rolls.
what d20s to set aside. You have made my math very easy.
Good.
Which I could do.
I could. Oh no, that's when they move up to me. That'd be a bonus action. That's just being hateful for no reason. Yeah, no, I think, and I'm gonna try essentially, I want to move somewhat quickly. We're both 35 movement speed.
Yeah.
Like move up pretty quickly, but then it's just like action, like dodge action.
Okay.
But essentially, I just want to hunker down behind the shield and just body
I was
block.
going to say, technically, if we have nothing we're doing action-wise, we could probably dash up to it.
Dash up and then they're going to get around on me without disadvantage. But getting there quickly is what matters to
Oh,
minimize.
they're also going to have disadvantage to hit you.
I think so, because if I'm doing the dodge action,
Right.
I think that works on ranged
And
attacks.
he still gets 3/4 cover. Even
Yeah.
though it's like, I'll stand in front of you and dodge every attack. It's just like,
Could I stand behind
Well,
the scenes?
I see
hold
like
up,
the
but,
dodge
like,
is more of the
not
like
bad,
I'm not like ready to attack. I'm just
yes.
hunkered down behind the shield.
I
bracing.
totally agree. And by the rules, he would still get.
Could
cover,
I stand-
even if you're in front of him taking the dodge?
So
action.
if he's standing in front of a seam, could I stand behind a seam and get the same coverage?
Yes, but yes, you will technically get 3/4 cover.
But am I like
At least from like ahead, like from kind of straight on.
but further along the sides.
But you'll be a little bit more exposed to shots from the side, which will be harder shots anyway. They'll be longer.
Yeah.
And you guys will be moving up to the wall slower, but that is still something we can do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you guys are like slightly slower, it's just so I could see.
Also, don't worry too much about anything getting through to hit me. Yeah, I'm a little squishy, but I don't have anything else to
It's
use my
not so
bonus
much
action
I'm
for.
like, oh no, they're gonna get like one attack to hit you. It's like I assume like 30 archers are going to shoot at us, and I want 28 of those to be in my shield, and the other 2 to be in me, not you,
fair.
because I've got hit points in a self heal. It's not the like 1 or 2 attacks getting through I'm worried about. It's the sheer volume that are
Right.
going to be coming at us as a 2 or 3 man group charging a fortress.
Yeah.
Fair. It's not the it's a numbers game. The numbers mason. What do they mean? Our demise. It's up to you if you want to be the third person in the line. It will open you up to getting peppered with some arrows from the
I mean, I'm probably gonna get peppered at some point, sometimes anyway.
but if you're
so.
charging with the army, that's not
expected to
targeting the
I
chair.
hail of arrows anyway.
I would like to help if possible, so
Yeah.
I will take. And plus, should he go down, I'm right there. I can just be like,
You have some heals. Doesn't matter.
So
We call it the centipede of death.
Dead.
Who's dead? Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
And we're marching our happy asses to the gate. We look ridiculous.
Yes, which is why you are going to make it to that 60-foot mark with no one shooting at you.
Because they don't know what's going on.
Nobody on the wall seems to especially because
Dwarves
you're like hunkered down and you moving as quickly as you can. Like you don't sprint. You're not moving that 35 feet. It's the 25 and like dashing like up this distance, but. They don't necessarily seem to have any idea of what in the world it is you're about to try.
Hey Jeff, those goofballs are back.
Like the last time you were here, you loudly insulted them and yelled at them to surrender, and then just left. So they don't really have any idea what's going on, which is why you will make it to the 60-foot mark without any. Anyone taking shots at you, what would you like to do?
I would like to take the dodge action.
Okay.
I would like to cast Sacred Flame on the door.
Okay, just roll me a d20. I mean, you are trying to hit literally the broadside of the block.
That's a
I
13.
think it's saving throw technically.
It's on fire a little bit. It's definitely, you don't think its structural integrity has been
compromised,
but it is on
it's
fire a little bit.
It is a start.
Yeah.
Nazim?
Start hitting.
Here's what I do. I'm like hunkered down behind the shield, and I have cradled in my arm 3 rocks.
Right.
And I go a little sprawled with my legs, and I drop the first rock between them, and I see behind just launch it. I'll just drop the first big boulder, and it'll land between my feet.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, that man just laid a boulder egg.
so a bunch of Curian soldiers are starting.
What do the Curians have, like, red detailing in their armor, right?
Yeah.
Red 42! Red 42! Red hike!
So they standing atop this wall with the smoke from the city that. Not the whole city burned down. The parts of the city burned down quite recently. There's still smoke hanging in the air. You're essentially in Britain, so it's overcast. There's a lot of Curian soldiers standing on the wall. Just watch the 3 of you charge out of the Dwarven war camp up into no man's land, well within range of the wall, and hunker down. Like obviously you don't. They which is weird for them because they faintly expect you to charge all the way to the gate because that's what it looks like you're doing, and then you just suddenly stop,
sprawl out a little,
drop a rock,
cast a fireball,
and then
start setting shit on
a
fire.
little glowing light hits the door, and a singe, like a burn hole, starts to appear, which they can't see. Then
they probably don't really have any idea that you cast magic on the door at the moment because there's no visible signs from inside that
just yet.
Affected.
I'm gonna cast catapult.
Yeah,
door fail a dex save.
It fails. It's a door.
Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. I just love the tink, boom, boom. Come on, big swing.
Not bad. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, it slams into the door hard. I mean, it would be hard for a person with a weapon to run up and hit the door that hard. It is a noticeable impact when this rock slams into the door.
All right.
I'm just gonna burn my bonus action real quick here to go into my form of dread to buff myself a little bit.
Think about you when I buff myself.
Max buff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is that initiative?
Yeah, I guess so.
I was like, can I cast one more Sacred Flame before we get here?
I mean, we've clearly attacked the wall now. Ooh.
That's the worst I've rolled on
Jeez.
initiative.
That dice is in timeout.
Man, the dice aren't looking good. No, we just got him out of the way.
That's fine.
What are we dealing with here, fellas?
With
8?
4? 4.
Roll off.
Roll off with the 4s?
Yeah.
Hey.
The two of you.
That's such a 4.
You get to go before me.
I also rolled the 4.
Don't get hit, because if you lose concentration on my Shield of Faith, I'm back to a measly 21 AC.
All I can really do is roll a loose handful of attacks on all of you, because I have to roll these with... Well, I have to roll the ones on you with disadvantage.
Oh, it's not.
different
No, it's not.
ACs.
You don't even lose it if I lose concentration because it's not a concentration spell.
It isn't?
Oh,
It doesn't say duration, concentration up to 10 minutes or something?
it just said. Oh yeah, there it is. That C concentration.
Wait, did it say concentration or did it say 10 minutes?
I'm assuming that's C
Yeah.
concentration.
Can you guess what both of these dice have to have on them in order to hit you?
Oh, they only have like a +3 on this. Good.
Actually, yeah, would it have to be a crit?
If they have a +3, they have to double crit me. Because they have disadvantage to hit me, and I have 23 AC with this buff right now.
Hey, if that one hit, it was meant to hit.
It deserves it.
That dude dead-eyed.
It's a surprising number of crit fails.
This looks insane because I have the shield, and like a few that go to the side, like bounce off a spectral shield, essentially.
Okay, then both of you guys are getting... It's
Plus
+4, right?
5, I think,
Plus
for
5? You might be right,
3/4.
for +5.
I'll double check that.
I just see the catapult as like the shadowy hand pick up a rock and just kind of half slingshot it and just...
So what's... With the +5, what do I have to hit you?
21. 22.
21 and 22, okay. I'll start with a few on Azim.
Copy the seam.
They're mostly just shooting
Yeah.
kind of in your direction, so they're mostly going towards Tertius, because he's in the front.
+5 for 3/4. +2 for half.
Damn, did you say +5 and then just +2?
For half.
Between half and 3/4?
Mhm.
God damn, that's a drastic difference.
Oh, that hit.
Uh-oh.
They both hit.
Okay. Brandon's going to take 1 hit.
Okay.
These are short bows. They're not crossbows. You are going to take 3 hits, one of which is a crit.
Wow.
You might want to take the
Brandon,
damage.
you take 3 damage.
Alright. Didn't even get through the 10.
We'll do the crit last.
That's nice.
Is it?
No.
I'm gonna be down before I can even do anything else.
It happened, which would be the crit first. So. 11 damage on the crit.
Oh fuck.
That's not massive damage, is it?
Yeah, or
That's more than half.
that's more than half. Yeah.
Okay, I need a con save on that hit.
That's
Hey.
a 21.
Oh, yeah. Fine. 4 damage on the second hit,
I'm going down.
and 4 damage on the
I went down.
Oh, shit.
Our healer's down. That's good.
It's good. We're fine. I don't know what's happening. I'm still hunkered
You
down.
feel great. Nobody's hit you at all. They tried.
Do I have some way to deal damage to this doorway while still taking the dodge action?
Quick toss. Knife at the door. 60 feet.
Javelin.
I could quick toss twice.
Azim?
I'm gonna notice that he went down.
He is right behind you.
Yeah. So just hear him fall to the ground and look. What's better, helping him or attacking the door?
I think we should try and...
What is best? Like,
I think at least for one more round we should try and get the door
You gotta get that
busted
damage in.
open.
Gotta get that
You gotta get
damage.
that damage in while
you
you still
okay.
can. Yeah, you gotta get that.
All right, then.
I have like such a freaking anxiety now when I roll death save.
I mean, there's no way he gets a crit felt death again, right? 2 campaigns?
Yeah, I'm gonna
His
cast
first 2
catapult.
D&D campaigns? No way.
Catapult again.
Get ready. Get real.
Worst damage possible.
Well, no.
Well,
slightly
almost possible. 4.
4?
bludgeoning.
Okay. It hits the door, but even from back here, it felt really lackluster.
I'm assuming there's nothing I can do as a bonus action with medkit, right? That's an action.
better. It's an
That was
action.
action.
Death save.
Yeah. If your turn's over, then it's a death save.
Okay, success.
I would like to take the dodge action
Totally
and drop the last rock.
I'll just
The last
roll some
melon.
futile attacks in your direction. No. No.
And you also lost your shield of faith.
Oh yeah, Shield of Faith is down.
So it's 21.
Sorry, yeah, no. You might have to redo those. It's 21 now.
Okay.
Because he goes down, I lose Shield of Faith.
But it's still rolling with disadvantage.
Yes. So now I just have to get double 18 or higher.
Yeah.
I think.
Is my AC also 21 because of you? 'Cause I didn't get
22.
it. Oh yeah, it is.
Just 3/4 cover. It's 22 right now for you.
There's 19s and stuff showing up occasionally.
Just not two of them at the same time.
Hey! You almost get hit.
That's what I'll call you. Almost.
Just roll these 4 at a time at Brandon.
22. Hit.
This is our best idea we've ever had.
I mean, you don't get hit.
Alright.
Well, that's good. Now the question is, help him or hit
You
the
made
door
a
one
save.
more
You
time?
gotta get some damage on his hand.
Do I know that? I don't think I know that. Oh, he twitched. He's not
He twitched. He's not. That was a good twitch.
You might as well just use your last spell slot, and then you can.
We can drag his
And
ass out the
then
bayou.
figure out that I can do nothing because I have no heals.
You have healer's kit, though. And you can
Yes.
stabilize him, and then we can try and drag his ass out of here. I mean, I might just. I have a new strategy if we get out of this. You can't Shield of Faith on me, and I just charge the door with the axe and just try and.
To be fair, we could technically do this again.
Mechanically, they won't have a disadvantage anymore, probably. But it'd be like 30 attacks, and only the crits would hit me.
If we waited, unless they sent someone out to repair the door, and we attacked the person repairing the door, we could do this again.
We could do this again. Totally. We could just keep having him get never there.
Like, hold this. Get down again.
All right, this one's gonna be the slam-a-jamma right here.
Yeah.
Burning the last spell slot.
Come on, Triple Eight, real deal scratch.
Not once. 8. 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. The door shutters, but
Still off.
doesn't seem like it's enough to bring it down.
This is the best plan we've ever done. We should have known we'd suck at all of our fucking rolls.
Especially the damage rolls.
Oh, yeah.
That was the lower 20%.
That one's not good. That's 2 2s and a 4.
Yeah.
And the last
I thought that was
2
a 5.
1s
Is
and
it
a
a
2.
2?
Is that a 5? It looks like a 5 from my perspective. But not that that's going to be.
On D8s, the sides add up. That is not 2.
Okay. All right. Guess I number 2.
You got this. You're good.
Okay.
Another
That
success. Another
was
success.
success.
Dodge action.
You can now use your healer's kit to stop me dying. But now we're just gonna be stuck here for like a few rounds.
You see, I kind of picture this more of like us in the middle of a charge of Dwarven warriors, and
That's what I imagined, but
they were not about it. Which fair enough.
Little bastards.
Fair enough.
Whoa, double crit fails. That's
Ooh.
just as rare. A guy falls off the wall.
Well, on screen. Oh man.
Now, he falls off the wall. He doesn't die. He's in really rough shape, but he doesn't die. He also, doesn't... he makes his con save, so he doesn't have to roll off a massive damage table. So he is now outside the wall.
I have my eyes peeled on him like a hawk. If he moves for the door, I'm sprinting. They don't let him in unless they let me in too. We found our in. You want this? You want to let this archer back in? You let me in too. Oh, let me have him. Let me have him.
Throws up, knocks on it.
No, you don't.
The javelin goes
He does like run for the gate. He seems injured and extremely terrified of what's just happened. You also just don't get hit.
Okay.
I'll use that health kit on. Next turn, before we run away, I'm gonna do create bonfire if we're gonna run up or run away, because I can maintain concentration.
You will be taking 2 hits, one of which is a crit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Think I got enough stacked here.
Normal hit is a 5 damage.
Okay.
14.
Just off some temp HP.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
The crit is 8 damage.
8.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
You're totally fine.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
You're totally good. You're doing good. Doing good. Doing good.
We have learned an important lesson here, and that is that if I dodge action with Shield of Faith, they can't. They have a near 0 chance of hit.
It's Azim's turn.
Heal him.
I think we probably just stabilize.
I'm gonna use one of the
Make
med kits on
Yep.
him. Said
It's action,
Does
but it just
work?
happens. You use it. He is stable at 0.
Yep.
No
Yay.
longer making dust.
Yay.
By the normal rules, without healing, you'll wake up in 1 hour.
nice.
There you go.
Before we run off, I need one more turn, and then
He's making a break for the gate,
He
isn't
is
he?
making a break for the gate.
if you want to run off, go for
But
it.
I don't want you to get fucking murdered when I'm because I'm. You have a +5 to your AC right now because I'm here. That goes from only like 19s and 20s hitting you to 14 and up hitting you from a lot of attacks.
If he's
And
not
if you
going to
get
make
hit,
it to
like,
the door right now,
Could you cast a bonfire? Cast bonfire on the next? Because they're not going to get that door open right away. I don't think.
If
60
you
feet
want
away.
to ready your action and just say, "Hey, move with me," can drag him or something.
The problem is if I ready an action to dash at the door, I don't dodge action, and now all of a sudden they
Yeah,
can hit
now
me.
you just have
They can
options.
hit me on 18 and up, and there's a lot of attacks coming my way.
I would say let's just.
Azim is not scared. Do whatever you need to do.
I'm gonna dodge action for now, keeping an eye on the gate that this guy's running towards.
Okay.
I might do something silly if I get an opportunity.
Okay. Azim stabilized him, so Wolf doesn't have to make a save, so then you take the dodge action, which means back around to this bullshit. This is the position in which you found yourself.
This is a position in which we've put ourselves. Let's be honest here.
Mostly I'm just hoping for either, double 20s or
Another
double
double.
1s again.
How many guys can just freak out trying to shoot me and fall off of this?
Yeah, 20 doesn't hit you, right?
No, 20 doesn't. It's a double 17 and up, not a double 18 and up.
Some of these are really polarizing. It's just like 17. Ooh.
I feel that.
Yeah, they're not doing great.
Alright.
Good. Maybe they'll cower and run.
They just
That's
matter how
not
many arrows
me
they
I'm
shoot,
worried about.
they can't.
Don't need to worry about me. It's fine. I get crit again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
At 22 AC and doing
2 attacks, one of which is a crit.
You like fuck. You
Yeah,
go down
I'm
here.
Another
not.
5 damage from the regular attack.
Yeah. I'm probably going to go down, actually.
The crit is 6 damage.
I'm not down, but I'm not doing too good. Cast and flee?
I don't know if you might need to dash, if you dash and drag, because we have to drag him out of here too.
Yeah.
And your movement speed will be halved moving somebody else. So if you cast and then try and move with him, you're going to move like 15, 20 feet. 15 feet by a round down. And you're still well within short bow range.
Right.
But if you dash, I can still dodge action and move with you. And you can keep your cover bonus. And we can cover
What's
that
more
35 feet.
Because I want to get more damage off on the door.
If you go down, I don't think I can drag both of you out of here. Who do you think I like more, Brandon? I guess is another question.
That's
Made a lot of elf
completely
jokes
fair.
there, Wolf. I got one free hand, and I'm not dropping this shield. Hopefully they don't shoot what looks like a corpse on the ground until they come back for you. But I guess you don't have to ask who do I like more. I guess you have to ask, do you like Wolf?
D&D sometimes forces you to make tough choices.
Do we leave our comrade who's made a lot of racial jokes?
Yes. Look, if you move out, I'll move with you. If you stay put, I'll stay with you.
We can always come back after a short rest.
It'd have to be a long rest.
Launch commander, they're back again, so.
Damn!
We haven't fixed the door yet.
If they open that gate, though. Oh, I'm feeling ballsy. I shouldn't feel ballsy. How long could I survive standing in the way of an open door? Like, how many attacks? I mean, if I'm under the archway, there's only so many melee attacks they could get on me, right?
Actually,
I don't think you can get any.
You'd be able to move dragging him even half speed pretty far. You haven't used action surge, right?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, he wants it to cover the ground between here and the gate.
If they
And
open the
still
gate,
attack.
if I can
Move
if I
140
can,
feet.
well, no, I can dash, action surge, dodge, and hold that doorway down. That, if they open the door, is my best chance at being able to be that roadblock.
Whose turn is it?
Yours. You gotta make the call here.
Mhm.
Well, I rolled for it. And I'm gonna create bonfire on the door.
Okay.
On the same spot I'm hitting. It's a failed dex save, so it's just an additional.
Where are you
We'll see.
centering? Because it is like 2 gates.
Where
Where are you centering the bonfire?
the same spot, dead center of where I've been aiming the catapults.
Have you been aiming at like one side of the door in particular? or-
Yeah, like more a grouping.
Okay. Yeah.
Which, the left or the right door?
One always tells the truth, one tells a lie.
One of them says we have a chance at this. That's the liar.
The right door.
That's better than the wrong one.
That's good reasoning as any.
For 7 fire damage.
Okay. And a magical bonfire appears essentially under one of the doors.
Okay.
And it's, as an object, catches and stays on fire. And it's my concentration.
So it does those 2 things.
Okay.
Catches and stays on fire.
Now, should I run away and just let you deal with it, or should we stand right here? Because I still have 35 feet.
I say you should run away, because then he can drag me.
Can you run far enough they don't hit you? I mean, look, at least your corpse will be closer for me to drag back after I drag his ass out of here. You do you, boo-boo. I'm gonna do me. We're gonna see what happens.
I don't think Azim would just straight run away because that's more of a fear thing, and he's not afraid of it.
There is a badly injured Curian soldier running for the gate. You think he'll reach it this turn?
How far away are we? 60 feet from the gate?
Yep.
I'd be directly in cover if I did that. Or
You're
out of cover.
yeah, no, you got not a lot of hit points. And there's
no
a
way
lot of
getting
archers.
those back.
Yeah.
At least not without
You already
my
took
help.
your action, so you can't dodge.
Yeah.
If you dodge, you're even harder to hit than I am. Like now, if you're behind me.
Okay. It's not an action to drag him, is it?
No,
It just
it's
halves
just
your
part of
movement.
movement. Yeah.
It halves your movement speed to move somewhere else.
Then can you ready your movement to like till your turn to do something?
By the rules of D&D as it is, you can only ready actions. So unless you have like a dash action available, but that's dependent on how he's running readied stuff. Rules as written, you can't ready your movement unless you use your action to do so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it on the chin. Just gonna try and grab his arm to get ready and call it my turn.
Okay. You're saying where you are?
Oh, wait, holy shit. Is this... We've taken a full rest,
Yeah.
correct? Mm-hmm. Then frickin' bonus action, Form of Dread, again.
You get two?
Again. Proficiency bonus.
Okay. Hey, that's some more hit points. That'll make a difference.
Not much, but, yeah.
I can't drag you home.
This could be the
Who's
difference
gonna
between
drag
just being
me
hit or going down. So, and if I go
I
down,
know who, and he's gonna drag a seam.
Like, I could throw my shield on my back and try and drag you both, but I don't know if I can, how fast I can move dragging both of you. And
Would
then
your
my
speed-
AC would
it
be
would
down
be
to
a
3.
Herculean effort.
we did this to ourselves.
Well,
Technically, this is true.
we did this to ourselves, and now you're continuing to do it to us.
Wolf is unconscious. Perseus, it is your turn.
So you're not moving.
No,
Yes,
I've just readied myself to move.
Okay. If you're not moving, I want to keep being cover for you, so I'm going to... But I think he's going to get to the door this turn.
Roll for it. Roll for it.
Roll
Decide
roll
what
a
the
Brody
roll
die.
is.
Roll a Brody die.
Decide
See
what
what
the
it
roll is and
says.
roll
Can't let
for it.
the fates don't get to decide. I make my own fate.
Not me. I thought the dice do that.
Ha! Look at this guy. He thinks the fates don't decide his fate. The fates say, weaving together the tapestry of your life. One of them's got the big scissors.
It's just wait.
Oh, yeah. That's my one job.
I'm about to cut this tapestry short. Now here's...
Also, you'd probably be able to tell that if you were to drag him, I would be helping you. So if we tried to dash...
Again,
If this guy gets to the gate this turn, do I think that the gate could like open and let him in and close in that amount of time?
It's also on fire.
Is it like a...
Yeah,
how
it
narrow
is
of a
also-
window do I
if-
think that is? If they're going to open
It's
that
going
far.
to be relatively narrow because they won't have to open it all that far.
Mhm.
If it's a mechanical gate, if it is relying on some sort of mechanical system sort of built into the walls and built into the gate, it will open and shut a lot slower.
Okay.
But that will also be
I will be able to
essentially
stop it.
impossible unless you want to go full Hercules and
Just charge into the whole
hold,
thing.
just hold the door open. You're probably not going to be able to just stand in that doorway and prevent them from closing it.
Okay.
If it's a gate with a bar or with a manual locking system like that, you could block
could
them
block
from closing it theoretically, but it will open and shut a lot
Quick.
faster.
Also, it's on fire.
Half of it.
Yeah. I am going... How much balls do I have? The
Nice.
biggest. The biggest. I am going to action surge dodge, ready my action to dash to the door if it's a non-mechanical open.
The Curian's turn is next, so I'm happy for the sake of the cinematography of this to kind of bleed these two together.
Okay.
As he gets ready to drag his body, and you just leave him in the middle of this field and haul ass towards a gate that opens about yay far to let a badly wounded soldier through, and you hit that man and gate about the same time that he does.
All right.
Nice.
So I have the dodge action still up, and I readied my action, so it's just I have 70 feet, so I can definitely break
The
the
guy's badly
60.
wounded, I'll let you just shove him to the ground.
I just kind of
for free.
and I'm not trying to stab.
Right.
I'm just getting it, and then I'm in the doorway blocking
Okay.
it, and that's
You will-
technically my
You will
reaction
see
just to run
the
up.
courtyard of this fortress,
Mhm.
which has Curian soldiers standing ready. They don't. Obviously, they're not
Didn't expect
this. Or a ground assault really of any
When
kind
I-
after everything that just happened.
Just for like the cinematography here, as I hear what sounds like a bar being lifted,
And it does seem to be a manual.
I'm just going to scream charge at the top of my lungs as I sprint at the door.
Okay.
Shield up over my head, just running at it.
You will be taking arrow shots. Statistically, it's almost impossible for them to hit you, so I'm happy to rely on the rule of cool to at least let you get up into the gate.
Okay.
There are going to be a couple of melee attacks coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
They are also statistically extremely unlikely to hit, but those ones will actually roll.
And I'm also
wow.
under the archway of the door now.
They almost get hit. That was a 20 and a 17 on those two.
Oh shit! The shield is coming.
This guy doesn't do quite as well, but they're trying.
They're trying.
They're trying. And so there are essentially 4 guards standing at this gate.
Okay.
I guess a 5th one who has some broken ribs and probably at least a sprained ankle, if not worse, lying on the ground at your feet. And anyone else in the courtyard is kind of a distant back. You are now in cover from archers above. And you are preventing this gate from closing.
All right.
Hopefully they heard you yell charge, because...
Yeah. And are they even firing at a seam as I charge, or?
You're not making like any moves to follow, so
They're more focused on...
they're more focused on whatever the fuck just happened over like at the actual gate. So I guess I should just roll for the dwarves in general. General dwarves. Oh,
General Dwarves.
they're going immediately after Azim.
All
So
right.
it is your turn.
Okay. Dash and drag.
I think get him to safety.
Cool.
You can rejoin the front lines after getting him to cover.
Can one of the dwarves... Is there a healing dwarf that could give me smelling salts so I could wake up to come back to this?
This
I don't want
will
to...
take longer than an hour, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna move him 35 feet back
Okay. You can move them 35 feet back.
and scream, "Dwarves charge!"
Not like they'll understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
They just hear,
Wait, what's the one word I know in Dwarvish? What was it?
Oh, I don't remember now.
What was it?
Like move on, or like enough hits.
What was it? Yeah, it was like,
Settle down or some
something
shit.
like that.
no, next turn. Yeah,
Yeah, next turn.
Next turn! 'Cause that's all I know.
Wait a minute, that's what he says when it's my turn to kick the shit out of some Curian.
I gotta go kick the shit out of a Curian!
You drag him back away from an area just filled with arrows.
Hopefully not dragging him through them.
Uh,
Oh, he did. No,
well, it's going to be like a Plinko machine. That's all it is. And then you will be passed by an army of dwarves who seem to be like, well, we fucking got the gate open, I guess. They, of course, are just going to, unfortunately, make it within arrow range of the wall. But this battle is beginning proper.
Okay.
we're gonna hang back. Let you take care of it. We're both real low.
So you will essentially have to hold out for 2 turns.
Okay.
Before reinforcements are going to arrive. If you can do that, I'm happy to sort of rule of cool the rest of the battle, unless people really want to roll all the way through it.
I mean, I just want to, through
But
this gatehouse
You are
portion.
going to. You're probably going to do it, but you will have to survive.
I would like. Am I able to bonus action? I guess I can move. I want to basically. I know I'm kind of in this doorway. I want to do whatever I can to push into the door to make sure it's not
Right.
closable.
Mhm.
I want to be for you to close this, you will have to physically move me.
Right.
And then I want to dodge action.
Also, remember, it's still on fire as long as I don't get hit.
Yes. This flaming door. I'll interpose, dodge action.
This flaming door belongs to me.
Can I just rule a cool, like, a meeting with my god so I can wake up?
Oh my god.
Hey, god.
Do I?
There are 2 guards. There are 2 soldiers in melee with you. There are 2 more close by and more farther back.
More further back.
Easily within like javelin range.
Because I could bonus
Could be
action just
melee.
eat a javelin for the sake of like, fuck you! I don't think that's necessary. I think I'm just gonna hold it down. Let me know though if one more gets into melee range.
Also,
Okay.
if it's
Might
relevant for the
brace.
damage of the door, just remind me at the top of initiative again to roll damage
Oh,
for it.
right. That's going to miss. That's going to miss. 2 more are going to be moving up within melee range.
Fuck it. The first one that gets in melee range is gonna get a brace maneuver. So reaction attack when he gets within my reach. And it's just a straight attack. 19.
That'll hit.
That will be for 10 damage.
Okay, that's going to mean I have to roll one of these, which he makes. So he
He
looks
nearly.
extreme. You're amazed this man is standing with the wound you have just given him, but he does not go down.
Hey, I respect it. They'll just make it
So it's
easier.
kind of a half-hearted swing he takes back at you.
The dwarves will mop that one up.
And then the other one is just much worse.
Okay.
Much worse. Kind of gets in the way of some of the people trying to who look like they were about to throw javelins. You have a lot of soldiers giving you cover, so nobody's really throwing javelins at you.
Alright.
Well, cool.
I'm,
Then it is a scene.
so real quick, I'm just gonna roll the damage from the door. 6 fire
Okay.
damage.
Takes another.
How-
The fire is crawling its way up the door.
How far away am I from, well, the wall itself, but the archers up top?
You move.
trigonometry.
I know.
It's a
95
95 foot
and
line.
like 30 feet,
I don't want to
It's
do
like-
the trigonometry. But
100 feet, 110 feet.
Okay.
Something like
Cool. Since I still have my form of dread up and I'm barely hanging on for dear life, Eldritch Blast.
that. Okay.
okay.
It was soft. It was on the crit and it rolled to a 2.
Oh wow, that's gonna be
That's just the way of the whole evening, isn't it?
Rolling on the damn
Look,
paper.
Make a character that's all about not getting hit. Then it doesn't matter how bad you roll.
Yeah,
It's
but
on
then,
them to roll.
but then every fight's an idiot.
But Erickson, this is why when Goriah the Quick went down during that one boss fight, it took Durgash like a solid 45 minutes
Of real life
to
to
take
win.
that boss down.
Because he couldn't kill me, and I could only very slowly kill him.
Hey, death by
Tanks-
1,000
There,
paper cuts.
there
That's
were
right.
literally times where you, without blocking, would just tank one-hit kill attacks while reviving me. So it's like, well, just walk over here, spend his old gem on the cat. Okay, cat's back in the fight.
So
Just
you
stop back over
could
here.
deal some damage to him for 30 seconds before he one taps you again. Good old ESO. 2-manning all the dungeons of
That
ESO.
was a lot of fun.
Right, dodge action.
Okay, the dwarves continue to charge the wolf. Wolf continues to be unconscious for the moment, at the very least. Tertius takes the dodge action. So now it is back around to the Curians. There's still 4 soldiers around you, though one of them will probably die from an infection later. That will miss. That will miss worse. That will miss. And that will miss.
Alright.
And you have too much cover for everyone to throw javelins at you.
Hold it down.
Back around to Azine.
1 fire damage.
No.
This is a crit fail.
No.
15 to hit one of the archers.
That will just barely miss. Damn. You make him duck. He is now not shooting at dwarves.
What, you have polymorph? You made him duck.
Him, I make duck.
Him, duck.
Duck.
Egg. Egg.
Alright.
The dwarves continue to charge. They're now like... You hear a lot of screaming dwarves. Right behind you. It's your turn.
I like the idea of a dwarf. One of the dwarfs, like, right behind you as he jumps off the back of another dwarf, like, over the gate to get in.
I'll take the attacks of opportunity here to dodge action for my action, and then I'd like to just push into this door and, like, essentially, like, hold the shield up and, like, back up into the door to push it wide open. And I'm backing off the guys that are close to me. I'm gonna give them attack.
Take 4 attacks of opportunity.
I'll take it. I want this door wide open so these guys have a straight charge into their battle lines.
Push the gate much further open. Wow. One of them hit you.
All right.
That guy doesn't. That guy doesn't. And that guy doesn't.
How much I'm taking?
7.
7 damage. Not massive. I back up and I'm just trying to hinge this thing wide open so that the battle lines can meet with momentum.
Okay. And meet with momentum they will.
I can't believe all those hits and the crits. I didn't have to roll for massive damage.
I can't believe that the only reason this worked is because one of those idiots double crit failed and fell off the wall. He was our saving grace of an otherwise botched siege attempt.
Botched for now.
For now,
we were going to do this again tomorrow.
It was gonna be one of those things we just never let them get the chance to fix it. We just keep.
The only explanation I can come up with is that some god gave him a toothbrush.
Is there a white bird hanging out?
Not that you can see.
Is that you, Athena?
You will, by the time you wake up, you are in a healer's tent, and the battle still seems to be going on in the fortress. But it will, that hour has
Passed.
But by the time you wake up, it seems like the fighting is in the fortress proper, and your wounds have been patched up.
So am I back to full, or am I?
No. You're still just going to be at 1.
Okay.
But you have been tended to.
Okay.
You're not going to. You're not going to die. You're probably not going to die from an infection.
No gangrene.
For now.
Yeah, they. Don't worry, that gangrenous leg won't kill you. They chopped it off.
You will not die of an infection because you chopped off everything that was infected.
Nope, now that's infected. Keep chopping.
Keep chopping. But it's his head. I said chop, boy.
Who's the doctor here?
Excuse me, I believe
I know what's wrong. Look at all that blood in him. Get some of that out of there. He's all out of balance. We chopped all his gangrenous
you're
limbs off.
absolutely covered in leeches. I figured that one without saying.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, can I? Okay. Well, then I'm going to use healing word on myself.
Okay, you totally do that.
Are we still in initiative at this
No.
point? No. Okay. I'm gonna use my last 2 spell slots to do that, so I can get.
Do you have cure wounds prepared?
I do not have cure wounds.
That's just.
I do have inflict wounds.
Well,
Cast that on yourself.
No, I just
You
have
could
healing
kill
word.
yourself with
Oh, I've missed the siege.
Damn. There is no point.
Okay, so that brings me up to 6. So that's 7, and then.
What's the name of this city?
So it brings me up to 14.
Andretta.
So after,
Andrett.
okay, so I have 14 hit points now.
Okay.
So I am going to head back towards the fighting.
You can absolutely join back in the fighting.
At some point, my form of dread will have worn off.
Right.
Keep trying to pick off archers for a while.
It doesn't take the archers stop shooting at you very quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't take all that long before the archers aren't really shooting at anybody
Okay.
because the fighting has kind of retreated back into the actual halls of the fortress.
All right.
And
At that
the walls
point,
are-
I will have started sleeping somewhere safe where I can try and get a short rest and
I am
become
going
useful.
to take
So you're
away
gonna take a
one
short
of.
rest and then rejoin the battle.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll
I'm
tell
going
you
to take
what
away one of my doses of battle shrooms
to do. Okay.
because I absolutely
Just keep fighting.
and then move in with
Right.
the boys.
You can add a level of exhaustion by
Okay.
the end of this.
Absolutely.
By the time the fighting in the fortress is over, evening is approaching. Casualties have been high on both sides, though certainly the dwarves didn't lose near as many as they would have trying to assault, trying to force the gates open themselves or trying to take the walls.
Wolf comes with,
Join in.
yeah.
Join in.
You are all thoroughly exhausted, some of you statistically exhausted. And I guess thoroughly soaked in blood. The last the general will not surrender. He is killed in the fighting. The governor, sort of his household servants, other kind of functionaries like that, and a handful of the troops will eventually surrender, sort of in exchange for being put on a boat and
Shipped away.
Shipped away.
All right.
It's like the end of the Two Towers, just like the last of the fighting, finishing off the rest of them.
I do ask, or if I'm there when the general falls, I might just try and do it. I want to try and cut loose the general's clasp, so I can have a second one like the general's
Sure.
clasp I took off the other. I want the second general's clasp.
Sure. If you're keeping track of these, this
Yes.
is from General Titus Morris of the 16th Legion. And it will be emblazoned with the symbol of the 16th Legion.
Do you mind letting me know who the first one was? I don't think I wrote that. If we can look up
totally
notes.
find that.
Doesn't have to be right now.
That will be back in the Rahani Tabaxi notes. Won't it? No, that will not be in the Tabaxi notes. That will be in the notes specifically about that siege. Siege of Verena. Who is in charge of Verena? That would be General Harius Hostilius Veracundus of the 4th Legion. Harius Hostilius Veracundus.
Stilius Veracundus?
Yep.
Which legion?
The 4th.
The 4th. Okay. I need to rewrite Veracundus. That will not come out very clean.
They're all whitey. Well, the other thing you will find, should you desire to kind of go digging around for it, is a lot of missives from throughout the Empire, maps, documents, a lot of which just detail, running a province on the frontier. But there is also lots of news from elsewhere in the Empire, information about where, not like very specific areas, but information about where some legions are stationed or are deployed. Who's leading them, just because that's important political news, as well as news from sort of news from the Heartland and stuff as well, if you want to dig into any of that.
I would like, specifically with the Heartland, I want to see if there's lots of talk of, attempted usurpation, or, I know that we've heard a lot of talk of, infighting. I want to kind of specifically look through for any information on that. Any research
Has
on
Julius started his revolt?
It would seem there is extremely recent news that there might be some unrest in the east. Give me a... Let's... Because you're looking for, particularly sort of news of unrest and stuff, give me an... I'll call a perception check.
Okay.
I think investigation would also... Well, investigation is, I guess, kind of depends on, if you're looking for something specifically. This is just kind of to see if you notice something in passing.
Okay. 19? No, excuse me, 18.
Okay. Yeah, there's some... It's not clear as to what's going on in the east, but there's some news that there's unrest in the east.
Okay. And when we say east, do we mean, Kinra lands, my lands?
More, the sort of the two provinces that they took from the Tabaxi.
Okay.
Out that way. So it would be some of the legions that you guys... the legion that you guys interacted with doesn't exist anymore, but it would be the legions deployed out there. and like those provinces.
Looks like we may have to go back east.
You would get some, like, it's mostly like rumors, and they're kind of more hidden in personal letters and stuff like that. That there are a lot of factions even just in the city of Curia. Obviously, there's the Emperor. There seem to be like pro-imperial senators who don't really like the Emperor. There's like pro-republic senators who would like to see a return to those days, who don't really like the Emperor.
Who don't like emperors in general?
Yeah, right. It seems like the consul of the city and the general whose legion is in charge of defending the city haven't necessarily chosen a side, but they seem to be allied.
Okay.
And you would find a bit of information about the 7th Legion.
Oh, I would like to look into the information on the 7th Legion.
It would seem that the 7th Legion, after destroying the Empire to the south, was ordered to march north. They passed through Curia to the northern frontier to help fight the barbarians. And some months ago, their camp was attacked in the night and the army was slaughtered to a man.
That was your brother's legion, wasn't it?
What? My brother's not a legionary. I don't like that news. I'm gonna make a note.
Possibly dead.
He may be dead.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. What did he mean?
Maybe he did, maybe he did it.
So in the northern battle line, like the northern part of Curia, essentially.
Yeah,
Curia,
like the
southern
war with the
barbarians.
like Virals and Merovingians. That
It wasn't really like northwest. It's like straight north of Curia.
not
proper.
a little more northwest,
Okay.
but that region.
Might have somewhere I'd like to stop off on our way to wherever we're going next.
Yeah.
Anything about magic users at all?
Not particularly. They knew that the dwarves had some like shamans and like druids, and seemed to be like wary of that. But most of it seemed to be they were also like disregarding a lot of the rumors that they were hearing. Of like crazy dwarven witches cursing Roman soldiers or
all
Curian
hoopla.
soldiers or stuff like that.
Hoopla!
Sounds like a whole lot of...
Whatever. You angered a dwarven witch and she put a curse on you. Get back on your patrol.
Back to the latrine,
Back to
dude.
Sir, the latrines have been cleaned.
You commented on the stink of a latrine after a dwarven priestess left it, and she cursed you, and now you always get latrine duty. Shut up, Julius. Back to latrine duty.
The other thing that you would hear in relation to the 7th Legion is that, or in that area, is that like a lot of progress in the region has stalled since that attack. It seems like the legions have been a little more on the defensive. Losing an entire legion overnight is a big deal. It seems to have been an attack commanded by a barbarian warrior referred to as the Bloody Wolf.
The Bloody Wolf.
Who also seems
It's
to
you
have been...
with a fake mustache and a British accent. It's me, I'm the Bloody Wolf.
I'm the bloody wolf! And I'm just taller. Like, slightly.
But
I wear stilts.
That warrior was recently captured and killed by General Tiberius Velus of the 1st and 5th Legions, who's the sort of main general in the north.
So the Bloody Wolf is dead.
bloody dead.
But he was the one responsible for the...
He seems to have led the
second.
attack.
Okay.
Which you might remember you came across a destroyed Curian camp.
We did.
Bloody Wolf left as marker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I knew we should have taken that flag down. That's what did it to my bro. But, I mean, I'd like us to stop by there on our way to wherever we're going next to those front lines, and
Yeah.
I'd like to at least confirm or deny.
And the celebration is on. For now. Because I have a feeling our job here is not done.
Why the long face, Tertius? I think my brother might be dead. Well, time to celebrate.
Ale?
Beer?
We're having a huge party. Not about that, though.
Sorry about that. Sorry. You know, Tertius is... I assume after we finish this siege, there is, like, quite a bit of libations to be had and partying. And Tertius...
not just alcohol.
Of course. Tertius usually is like, I want to be in the middle of every party. I think tonight, a mixture of a lot of different things. This being the biggest open bloody combat he's seen. Finding out that his brother maybe did. And the exhaustion level that he gained from this. I think Tertius just like politely like walks to a tent and sleeps.
Honestly, I think that's the three of us because I'm like exhausted because I was knocked out.
It is also worth mentioning that after the batshit crazy maneuver you pulled to get them in here, at some point, like before you like retire, the chieftain of the war dogs does come up to you, just the little brick house, and he just walks up to you and he doesn't say a word, but he just like looks you up and down once, and just sticks out one shiny arm.
Steal myself before I do it, and we'll do a.
Okay.
Remember,
he's not gonna just like try and.
We're not testing each other this time. This is just a respect thing, and it's not necessarily like I go to my tent, but it's like I'm not jovial. I'm probably grabbing something to drink, taking a seat around one of the fires, and quietly drinking it.
Yeah.
And I think that this is also night will have a slight change to Tertius's alignment, which is something I have considered gradually doing for a while now.
I think that seeing where he goes, I just kind of grab my alchemy jug and I sit by the fire with him. I don't say anything. I just kind of cheers him.
And as I like finish off mine, since you can make like gallons, you can top it off, and we quietly drink
the night away. And Azim is nowhere to be found. He's still hiding, sleeping.
He says, I can't heal.
I've had enough of this. I'm going to bed. I think that's a decent place to end this episode, and also a decent place to level up.
Oh!
Hey, guess who can finally see in the goddamn dark?
Hey!
Hey! This is a big
and
moment.
now you'll
across
appreciate
the
that
board.
gift. Now that you've waited so long to get it.
Huzzah!
Now we gotta do more shit in the dark, guys.
Archetype. Hell yeah! Awesome.
Sweet.
Well,
We deserved that. Deserved the victory.
Did not expect it to go like that. This is one of those times where I didn't really have a plan. You know what? I mean, with a brief peek behind the curtain, you totally could have talked the Curians into surrender it if you hadn't walked up and been like, "Hey, idiots! Surrender or die!"
You know,
you got till nightfall. See you later.
As a D&D player, I was like, no, Wolf, no. Let one of the people who's good at talking be the one to talk. But I was like, no, this is Wolf's arc. This is his homeland. He needs to go up there and say, hey, fuck you. Give up. It's not a good dwarf story if he doesn't do that.
Well, again, it's just because it's the dwarf's nature. It's like our dwarven nature is like, it's either surrender or die.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Also,
Curian scum.
I think this is the first time I've expended every single one of my resources.
I think this is the first time I got knocked out on the first round of attack.
That was
Because holy shit.
You got unlucky not just with the attacks that hit, but the amount of damage they did. Like because Brandon got hit a lot more. They were just hitting for smaller.
Yeah, like I
amounts.
said, not once did I have to roll for massive damage, but it was
You
consistent.
did also get two, temp HP. One was big, one was small. But you had like an extra 12 or 13 hit points there.
Yeah, I basically tripled, maybe doubled my hit points.
And he didn't get a chance to use his healing to do that because in one round they just hit hard.
That's true.
I probably should have just done 2 shields of faith.
We can only have one at a time because concentration.
Yeah.
there
Fuck
anything-
you.
But it is good to know that for like future potential hero combats, you could slap me on the ass with a shield of faith.
Fuck you, I'm taking the shield of faith.
Well, if it's a one-on-one combat, whichever one of us is in it, you could give a shield of faith.
Walk out there and fight the Emperor in heroic combat. Good luck, buddy.
I'll take the Emperor, sure. Yeah. That's Sally?
Watch that Sally be like your typical like anime villain where you're like, it's like
Glasses haven't been invented yet, so he just pokes himself between the eyes and you're like, what in the world are
What are
you
you
doing?
doing? I assume he's like noble stats. I'll take a book from the dwarf, or take a chapter from the dwarves book and run out there naked and wrestle him to death. I'm not scared of the Emperor. I'm scared of his generals and his legionaries.
Take some battle shrooms before you wrestle the Emperor.
I'm not scared of the Emperor. No.
Full gladiator moment. Shit.
They'll poison me first.
Thank you all so much for watching. This was a wonderful episode. Highs and lows.
Many lows, so let's be real.
Lows across the board.
A
You
real-
roll, and I rolled low, and he also rolled low on me. Like
a real D&D session. Players almost dying, utterly insane plans, somehow working, even though they didn't work.
That has
anywhere
been
close
that
to
has
the way
been
intended.
every single mission we have done.
Yeah.
Is
A little bit of
it's a crazy plan, but somehow shit
we
works
fail
out.
successfully.
We
really
fail
well. We
success-
fail up.
a few rumors of things going on elsewhere in the world, and a task accomplished.
And it did it, brother.
Not
So,
necessarily.
He's gonna rub it in because you rubbed in his dad.
Why are we traveling out here? Does it look for your dead brother? He's totally dead because he died.
And you wonder why I was going to leave you for dead.
Just next time we do the Death Centipede track, just remember who's staying in the dirt behind.
If you're interested in this, look, I'll be honest. I don't think Sky Game is quite this ridiculous.
Not yet.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Some of the other
The most
some of the other RPG content has been this level of goofy, and we've got lots of
Toss me
more
the pyro
serious stuff.
machete.
Few conversations about this hobby that we love so much, and like kind of technical breakdowns, there's reviews, and all sorts of stuff like that. So again, just thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.